Hello everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the tropes that I love or hate in romance books or in books in general. I found this list on author Evie Alexander's website. I don't know this author. It says sexy romantic comedies with a very British sense of humor. So I will leave a link down below to this list that I found. She has a list of 150 romance tropes. So I'm gonna try to go through all of them. We'll see if I might skip some if they're like repetitive or seem repetitive. And she has them broken up into categories, which is even nicer. So we're just gonna sit back and talk a little bit about tropes that I maybe love or maybe hate or are indifferent about or maybe haven't experienced yet. The first one is the friends group. So we have friends to lovers. I usually find this kind of boring. This isn't one that I'm like I gravitate toward a whole lot. Best friend's sibling, best friend's lover, best friend's ex. Yes, I like these ones. These ones are always fun and offer a lot of drama to them. Fake relationship. Yes, I love fake marriages. What did I just read that was a fake marriage of convenience? And it was like, yes, I love this. It was Ribbon Night by Devney Perry. Was a fake marriage of convenience. So good. So angsty. Marriage pact. I don't think I've ever experienced one of these, and I probably could care less about it. Innocent cohabitation. This sounds boring. Probably wouldn't like this one. Pen pals. I haven't read any pen pals. There is a book I want to read. I think it's called Letters. Is it Letters to Molly by Devney Perry is what I'm interested in reading. And then there's another one that I just recently added to my TBR. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, matchmaker / matchmaker gone wrong. I've never read one of these before, so this could be fun depending on how it was done. Now we're into the enemies category. So we have enemies to lovers. Love that. We love enemies to lovers drama. Old enemies from school, work, or anything. Yes, I love this. This was a trope in Still Beating where they were current enemies, but it started when they were in high school. So yes. Love-hate relationship. That could be fun depending on how it's done. Nobody thinks it will work. I like this one. I like when you have the other people in the background saying that you shouldn't be together, it's not going to work out, but the couple is bound and determined to prove them wrong, especially when they have rough patches along the way that just like kind of proves that everyone else is right, but they're like, no, we're not done. We're not giving up yet. I like that kind of trope. Rivals is fun. I like the enemy stuff. It makes the good drama. Bully turned nice guy. I like this done right. I feel like this is more of a YA new adult sort of trope. And I'm not really into that specific genre anymore. But yes, I could like this. Not good enough for him or her. That was a trope in Ribbon Night with Isaiah not feeling like he was good enough for the heroine or for anyone, and it was heartbreaking to read. And that when it's done really well like that, yes, I would absolutely love this trope. Revenge, that could be fun. The good for her sort of trope. Oh yeah, that's a good one to use. Here's another enemy, pen pals enemies. I don't know what. Sure, I guess Punk 57 might be enemy pen pal sort of thing. I haven't read that, but I know that's like they're pen pals and then one of them stops writing to the other and the other one gets really upset about it until they meet in person. So I need to read that. I have that up there. The person's sworn off a relationship. That could be fun. Like, I'm wondering if this means like they were together, they broke up and then they no longer get along and they're like, I'm not getting back together with this person, like it's not going to be a thing. Or if it's because of the relationship falling apart in the past, they are not open to having a new relationship in the future. I don't know how that would fit because it's under the enemies category. So I don't know, but that could be fun. Lots of drama. Okay, we're in the family category. Parent with new love. The kids want them to get together or they don't want them to get together. I like this one. I like the single parent trope. I'm not a big like into kids person, But depending on how they're used in the story, I could get behind it. Like, I think Tattered by Devney Perry is a really good one. I actually like the little girl in that. Her name's Charlie, I think. She's really cute. Step Siblings. I don't think I've read a Step Siblings, but that would be something I'd be into reading, yes. Orphan, yes. Guardian, yes. Love all of those, especially when there's an age gap involved. Parent and child's care, teacher, or nanny. Yeah, I could get behind that. Although I read Misconduct and it was a parent and their son's or daughter's teacher, and I was like, it was fine. It's not anything like exciting, although I think Nordic King by Karina Halley, people love that book, and it's a parent and the nanny they hire for their kids, I believe, and he's like a king of Norway or something like that. I need to read that book. It sounds awesome. Siblings X. Yes. Thank you. That's technically a trope in Still Beating as well. I don't know why I'm comparing this to Still Beating, but that's where my head goes. Siblings X. I don't really mind. I know there's a lot of people that are like completely turned off of books if there's cheating in them. I don't really care all that much. It doesn't bother me. There's not a lot of things that really, really bother me in books, like at all. So I would absolutely be into Siblings X. Widow and Widower. Yes, there's a lot of potential there for angsty stuff, especially if that's what widow means, if the spouse died, but especially if they died in like tragic circumstances and they were like still in love with their spouse. I love all the stuff that gets me in my feels. Love interest reminds them of an estranged family member. That's a weird one. I don't know about that. Sudden / unexpected baby. I actually like this trope. Can be coupled with a fling or a one-night stand. This is also the trope in Tattered by Devney Perry. It was a one-night stand that she ended up getting pregnant for, and then has no way of contacting him or getting a hold of him again to tell him. So I like the trope. A lot of people hate it so much, but I really like it. There are circumstances where I'm like, I don't like that this was done this way. Like I think I Might Need You by Christina C. Jones, which is the second book of the Love Sisters series. I didn't like that one as much, but depending on how it's done, I love this trope. Forbidden Love / Star-Crossed Lovers. Yes, forbidden anything. I love forbidden anything. Next category is Blind to Love. See, everyone can see it. Fits well with friends to lovers. Okay, so it's one of those like they don't realize that they have feelings for each other, but everyone else around them does. Yeah, it does kind of get annoying when they constantly deny, and like, oh, that can't happen. Like, I don't think of them that way. Then it gets really annoying, but it can be done pretty well. Oblivious to Love. Yeah, like I like Reaper from A. Zavarelli Ronan in that book. He was raised in a way where he doesn't understand like what love is, what love feels like. So yes, in that context, The last to know, I guess the last to know that they're have feelings for the other person, sure. Falling in love with the wrong person, always. I love when it's like never the right time. Like they constantly come together, but then like it just doesn't work out and they have to part and then come back again years later and maybe it still doesn't work out. Amnesia. That's a good one. I don't know. Have I read an amnesia romance? I don't think I've read an amnesia romance, but I have a couple of my TBR that I want to read. Secrets, Disguises, and Surprises. This is Secret Baby again. Sudden Baby again. Secret Admirer. This seems too cutesy for me, unless it's in the context of like they're kind of like a stalker, and then it makes it more interesting. Secret Royal, Secret Billionaire, Secret Boss. I love the Secret Billionaire trope. That was a trope in the Ali Martinez duet. Oh my god. His wife is murdered. He goes undercover as like a maintenance guy to get revenge for her death. Oh my god. I'll put it up on the screen because I can't remember the name of the book, but that was a really good book and I love that trope. Secret Billionaire, yes. Mistaken identity. So I haven't read this book, but it's on my TBR to read, is Praise by Sarah Kate. That one I hear is she goes to her ex's dad to get back her security deposit for their apartment, and he mistakes her for his new secretary, which is like his new sub. That could be a two-person love triangle. Example, Superman. Okay. So like they're in love, they fall in love with their one identity, but they're really someone else. I mean, I love Superman. The story of him and Lois Lane is one of my favorites, so I could get behind that. A secret or lost heir. That could be fun, especially if it's like an heir to like, actually I like this because I have I don't know how often I talk about my writing, my roleplay writing stuff on here, but there is a plot that I have where it's a royal who runs away from their responsibilities as like a teenager, and they're betrothed to a prince of a different kingdom. His father is ailing, so he ends up having to get her back so they can marry before his father passes, and he sends his bodyguard after to find her and track her down. So I actually like this one, Secret of the Lost Heir, because it's a bodyguard lost heir romance. I like writing that one. It's fun. Virgin. I like those. Rags to Riches are also really fun ones. I love the transformation montages a lot of the time, or the ones where they like go, like the shopping montages where they go shopping for the first time with the person who has the credit card. I think, I can't remember. There was a book I read that had this in it. Oh, it was, I think Twisted Loyalties had that in it, where he gets so sick of looking at her wearing the same raggedy clothing that he takes her shopping on his dime, which I love. I loved that scene in that book. Reality TV shows, it's kind of like an for me. Fling One Night Stand. Yes, I like those, especially when it leads to an unexpected baby. Marriage category, arranged marriage. Yes, I love arranged marriage. I love fake marriages. I love marriage of convenience, which is not on this list, I don't think. Marriage before romance. Yes, that's kind of like marriage of convenience for a lot of them. Vegas drunk marriage. I haven't read any of these. There is one in a series that I want to read that is a Vegas romance. I can't remember which series it is. Jilted Bride. Yes. Runaway Bride. Yes. In Love with the Best Man or Groom or Maid of Honor. Yes, I love those angsty ones. Forced Proximity. Yes. Trapped in an Elevator. That's kind of cliche, but yes. Stranded, Innocent Couple. Forced Proximity would also be, again, Still Beating, where they've been kidnapped together. Yes, we applaud that trope. Three's a Crowd. Love Triangle. I get kind of tired of these sometimes, especially when I only like the one couple together. I don't care about the other person. If I Can't Have You, Nobody Will. I like that one. Touch Her and You Die is one of my favorites. So yeah, If I Can't Have You, Nobody Will. That also sounds serial killer-ish. Someone with like a psychopath tendencies. I like those. One True Love, Here We Go Again tropes. Destined to Be Together. Soulmates, fated mates, blah, blah. I can, if there's like some darker plot behind it, yeah, otherwise it's kind of like really boring. Love at First Sight, Insta Love, I don't like these. I get really annoyed by these. I need some kind of like something that pushes them apart, but like without it being overly dramatic and over the top. But yeah, Love at First, Insta Love just is so irritating to me. Love Potion / Magic. Probably not. These kind of for me. Age gap, yes. A million times, yes. Long distance relationship, sure. Second chance romance / first love. I like second chance romances where there was some like dramatic angsty reason they were torn apart in the beginning. not right, something that's like not the right time sort of thing when they were younger because of their age or because of what happened. It's kind of like for me. Like I need that angst to keep me interested in the story. Return to hometown / reunion romance. Sure, again, depending on how it's done, how it's used. Beauty and the Beast tropes. I love almost all of these. Playboy / rake in love, yes. Sleeps with everyone but you. That's an interesting one. I like that one. I don't know if I've read, I'm sure I probably have read one like that, but I can't think of it right now. Falling in love with the wrong person, yes, of course. Ugly duckling, that means you've been beautiful all along, of course. Wallflower, blackmail would be fun. Anti-hero, we love an anti-hero. All girls want bad boys, alpha hero, yes, all of them. Open your eyes is the next category. Sorry, I'm taken. Again, this is a cheating trope. I don't mind this. This doesn't bother me. Unattainable love interest / one-sided. Maybe. This also seems, I don't know. Some of these are repeated, so I'm like skipping them. Grow pair is the next category. Afraid to commit, yes. Can't spit it out, say I love you or how they feel. This is Ronan from Reaper, but no, it's so, oh, yes, I like this one. Lovers in Denial, which is, that one's fine, as long as it's not dragged out. It's got to have a nice pacing to it, otherwise it gets really annoying. Next is Job. Men in Uniform, yes. Yes. Billionaire / rock star, actor, performer, celebrity, cowboy, military, and law enforcement athlete, yes, all of these. Politician, and I don't really care about those. Priest. Give me a taboo priest romance. I will eat it up like candy. Same with Bodyguard. I love a bodyguard romance. Royal, yes. Especially if it's a royal and a bodyguard. Office romance, work colleagues. Not as exciting, but could be fun. Working with the ex, also fun. Dark past is the next category. Give me all of the dark, angsty backgrounds, please. Dark secret, emotional scars. Oh, yes. The one I'm reading now is Tragic by Devney Perry. He has so many emotional scars. It's just, so does Isaiah in Riven Knight. There's anything with an angsty backstory. Reaper, Ronan from Reaper. Oh, so good. Broke it in some way. Break. Yes, I want you to break my heart as I'm reading these books because I just, rejected as unworthy parents, rejected as unworthy by parents, friends, or former lovers. Yes. Redemption arcs, we love a good Damon. Okay, listen. The Corrupt series, everyone hates Damon in the beginning because he's like the villain, but then you get to his book and you're like, oh, makes a lot more sense now why he is the way he is. It's redemption arcs. Break up to save him or her. Yes, I love that one. That is, again, that's a trope in Still Beating. He breaks up with her. Well, I don't want to give spoilers, but that's a trope toward like the middle-ish end of Still Beating. Ooh, Peril is the next category. Damsel / dude in distress. I like these. Maybe I'm not a feminist. I don't know, but I like these ones. Kidnapped. Yes. Absolutely. Protector, yes. Too dumb to live. Protagonist, usually female, makes stupid decisions, decide to land her in trouble so the hero can save her. Okay, this I don't like. I like the damsel in distress trope, but I don't like it when she becomes in distress because she did some dumb shit. Which happens in, what the hell is it? This happens in that one book. I think it's Outlaw's Kiss, I think is the one that she does this dumb shit in. I got so mad about it because I'm like, really? And then she gets trapped and has to wait for the hero to save her. Like, I don't like those. But if it's not the heroine's fault that she got in the situation, then it's different. Injury, yes. Give me the caretaker trope. I love it so much. Road trips are also very fun tropes. Opposites is the next category. Opposites attract. Yes. Grumpy sunshine. We love a dark, broody hero. I love the grump. I always assume it's the hero is the grump and the heroine's the sunshine, which is mostly what I read. But I know in Gianna Darling's Anti-Heroes and Love Duet, which is When Heroes Fall, When Villains Rise, like she's the grump and he's the sunshine. So I haven't read that yet. I really, really need to though. I love Physically Very Different, Huge Guy, Tiny Girl. I like this one where the guy's like this big beefy dude and it's just like this little petite girl. I love Height Difference. Height Difference is great too. When the guy's like over 6 feet tall and the girl is like my height, like 5'2". Love Height Difference. Rich versus Poor. I love these. These are fun too. Love Interest Has a Profession the Protagonist Hates. That one's fun too. I like that one. Age Gap with another one. Socially Inferior, Different Social Class, Different Worlds. I love a different social class, especially in historicals. Give me a royal and like a stable boy or something. Like I love those. Bonuses that these tropes can go anywhere. Amnesia we talked about. Bet. That's an interesting one. Doing bets. That also feels more like YA new adult, but could be fun depending on how it is. Blind Date. Again, depending on how it's done. Fairy tale retelling, example, Cinderella story and Beauty and the Beast. I love Beauty and the Beast retellings. They're some of my favorites. And also the third book, An Offer from a Gentleman, by Julia Quinn, the third book in the Bridgerton series, is a Cinderella retelling, which I really, really like. So I like the Cinderella retellings. That's a rags to riches story. So I like those too. Fish Out of Water. Yes, I love drop the city girl or the city boy into the middle of nowhere and watch them swim. Fun. Road trip, we talked about. Love road trips. Time travel. Yes. I love the time travels where the main character is pulled from the present and dropped into the past. And they have to figure out how to survive. And it's like a whole, like, Outlander's a perfect example of that. It's this whole, like, rugged world that is like, yes. Wow, all right, that was faster than I thought it would be. I skipped a bunch because they were repeated. But, so those are a bunch of tropes that I love or hate, or a lot of them I think really, really do depend on how they're used and the context in which they're in the story. But yeah, I love anything that can involve or open the door for a lot of angst and emotional turmoil and just drama and trauma and anything that's gonna wreck me when I read it. Any trope that has that potential is an absolute win for me. So let me know down in the comments what your favorite tropes are and what your least favorite tropes are. What you really, really hate in books. I know a lot of people hate the secret baby, unexpected pregnancy trope. I don't mind it. Like I said, it just depends on how it's being used. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you in my next one. Bye.